Yes, people, wife boy, and the Carabao Cup third round draw is upon us, and Arsenal have drawn Brentford away from home. As always, if you're an Arsenal fan, which I'm guessing you are since you clicked on this video, make sure you subscribe down below if you love Arsenal-related videos that I produce daily on my road to 5,000 subscribers. And please do let me know your thoughts in the comment section regarding this Carabao Cup draw, Arsenal going to face Brentford. This is my opinion, guys. To be honest, this is not the type of draw I would have wanted. I have no problem with Arsenal facing a big club in the Carabao Cup. The way I see it is, to be the best, you got to beat the best. But Brentford is not the type of team you want. They're a bit of a bogey team. They beat Man City twice last season. They obviously drew to us at our home patch. Brentford is a sticky tie, especially away from home. I would have rather played Man United at home at the Emirates, to be honest with you guys. We're going to Brentford. It's going to be a tough game. Obviously, I expect both teams to change up their starting 11s because the Carabao Cup notoriously is where you play a lot of your reserve players and youngsters to give them a run in the side. But the way I see it is, the Carabao Cup can always be a good competition that if you go far in, can give you some momentum, and it allows the young players to really have some time on the football pitch. It allows them to develop. It gives the team a real feel-good factor. And out of all the competitions, it's one of the easier ones to win. I mean, you've already got to buy until the third round, the last 32, given that we are in European football. So I look at it this way and think, look, Manchester United won the Carabao Cup last season. That helped Erik ten Hag a lot and his players, and on the way it propelled them to get in top four. So if we're in a title race, I think it's always beneficial to stay in the cup competitions, at least I believe, because it can give you some good momentum that you can bounce off those games going into the Premier League rather than just having a Premier League game. Rest, Premier League game. Rest, Premier League game. Because then what happens is, if you lose a Premier League game, you might go on to lose one or two more because of that poor momentum that it just goes on and on and on. It's just like a smell around the dressing room because you've lost the game. You need that cup game to just break it all up, have a little off game somewhere else, away day in the cup ground, and then you go back into the Premier League and be like a good circuit breaker. And I think we lacked that last season. We got knocked out of the Carabao Cup and FA Cup very, very early. And what ended up happening was we'd go into the Premier League games, we'd end up drawing or losing a football match, then we'd end up drawing or losing another one, and then before you know it, we've dropped 7 points or 9 points out of 9 rather than just dropping 3 points out of 9. Do you get what I mean? So I look at this and think, I want Arsenal to go quite far in the Carabao Cup. Now, if you ask me the order of importance for the trophies, I'd love to win the Champions League, purely because we've never won it before, and I want to see my club win the Champions League. I'd obviously love to win the Premier League as well. And then I look at the other two competitions, the FA Cup and Carabao Cup, with the FA Cup being slightly higher in importance to the Carabao Cup. But don't discredit the Carabao Cup one bit, guys. I still think it's a competition that you're in it to win it, right? I do think, especially Arsenal, I don't think I've seen my club win a Carabao Cup in my lifetime. I remember reaching the final of it, where we notoriously messed up big time. Who remembers against Birmingham City, when I believe it was Koscielny, and was it Szczesny or something? Someone messed up badly, and then we ended up conceding the last second goal to Birmingham City and lost that one in like 2008 or something like that. Obviously, we went on to win the FA Cup a few seasons later, but still, that was one of the first earliest heartbreaks, at least Arsenal related, in my lifetime. So I'd like to see us win the Carabao Cup, but the way I look at it is this, right? It's obviously lower in the importance, and obviously going to Brentford would not have been ideal. I would have rather gone really easy tie, or at least face one of the big boys, so you can set your stall out early, you can knock out one of the big ones. I would rather go to the extremes. We have just landed kind of in the middle, especially veering towards the harder side, playing Brentford away from home. Not ideal, but it is what it is. If we get knocked out, we get knocked out. We look at the positives because there are other competitions to fight for. The match will be played on either Tuesday the 26th of September or Wednesday the 27th of September. We're subject to see whether it's going to be played on TV. I'd hazard a guess to think it will be played on TV, given it is two Premier League clubs facing each other. But you don't know. Last year, Arsenal played Brighton at home, and that wasn't on TV. Let alone it wasn't on English TV. It wasn't on TV anywhere. Unless you were at the ground, you could not watch that football game. So, lo and behold, we don't know what's going to happen here. But hopefully Brentford versus Arsenal will be scheduled on TV this time, so we will have a chance to watch it. I do expect Arteta to have a lot of rotations, players like Reece Nelson playing, Emile Smith-Rowe, players that I expect to get a good run of form. I don't expect Arsenal to go too young. I don't expect us to field our academy players, but I do expect a lot of fringe players to play. Players that don't necessarily start or come off the bench for our Premier League side, give them a good run of form, because I think that has been the way nowadays. I remember back when I first started watching football, the Carabao Cup would literally be like the Academy Cup. You would play your under 21 sometimes. Nowadays, especially with Pep Guardiola coming into English football, he, I think, revolutionised it in the sense that you actually play a stronger team in the Carabao Cup. You do treat it like a big trophy to some extent, and you see your teams playing like decent players, obviously not their starters in the Premier League, but really decent players, like players that will definitely be fringe starters in their Premier League side. So I do expect Arsenal and Brentford to still run a relatively strong side for that fixture. But overall, obviously it's Brentford away from home. Not the best fixture in the world in my eyes, But it's a fixture where, it's the cards were dealt, it's a fixture we're given. Hopefully we can still go on and try to win the football match. As always, if you are an Arsenal fan, which I'm guessing you are since you clicked on this video, don't click off. I know you're in the right place. Make sure you subscribe down below. My road to 5,000 subscribers. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'd love to hear it. What are your score predictions? Are you happy with the draw, or would you rather Arsenal face someone else? I hope you drop a like down below so this video gets out to more people in the algorithm, and I hope to catch you all in my next one. Take care.